Nature always whispers before it roars. The flood waters rise, the forests burn, the skies thicken with silence. And the question echoes louder each day. What world are we leaving behind? Global leaders and change makers are united in their message. The time for climate action is now.
Humanity is on thin ice, and that ice is melting fast. Humans are responsible for virtually all global heating over the last 200 years. The climate time bomb is ticking.
LIFE यानी लाइफस्टाइल फॉर एनवायरमेंट। आज जरूरत है कि हम सभी लोग लाइफस्टाइल फॉर एनवायरमेंट यानी लाइफ को एक अभियान की तरह आगे बढ़ाएं।
Are we as individuals doing enough? Are we as government and other important stakeholders doing enough to meet this challenge? I would appeal each and every one of the participants who are here to also.
Kids, please do apply all of that you've learned here. Great work, and one cheers to Raman Munjari.
Reduce our carbon footprint by saving energy, using public transport, recycling and planting trees. Even every small steps matter.
Climate change is not waiting, and neither can we. But what if we chose differently? What if, instead of waiting for change, we become the change? And when the carbon footprint came out, over 1,200 students across Delhi NCR looked at the numbers and what they meant. And you could see it happen. A shift in how communities felt connected to something bigger than just a lesson. Young Earth Heroes is more than a project. It's a growing story, carried forward by conversations, small changes, and the courage to care. It belongs to everyone who is making better choices, even quiet, imperfect ones. And maybe that's the most hopeful thing of all, that change doesn't have to begin with a roar. Sometimes it begins with a child raising their hand and saying, I want to try.
Which is why we as a community are here to put our efforts together. That is what Young Earth Heroes is about. Students were prompted to actually think about what carbon footprint is and how much consumption they fall trap to every single day.
If you individually take some action, you become a part of the community. If you know what is my carbon footprint, you are a part of the community. Persuade not just the people in this room but outside the room as well, and help this community become large.
The Organization of Economic Development and Cooperation predicts that by the year 2050, air pollution will kill 3 times as many people as it did in the year 2000.
One person switching to energy efficient habits could save as much carbon as planting 100 trees.
One choice, one person, and that is really all it takes.
We should promote simple actions such as conserving energy by switching off the lights, minimizing water usage.
That sustainability is not just an idea, it is a responsibility we all share. The choices we make today will shape the world of tomorrow.
A lot of us might be thinking that how is my throwing away a single plastic bag going to change the climate? But have we ever thought about the process after?
So let's start now. One choice, one step at a time.
Like our school is using electronic means for providing fee receipts and circulars. Online payments are also promoted in our school.
We have already crossed the boundaries. अब ज़्यादा कुछ हो नहीं सकता. That's where your role comes in. You have to pitch in a way that we stop it basically. We call it mitigation. We are not talking about controlling it. We are not calling it reversing it. We are calling mitigation. क्या हम लोग कुछ कर सकते हैं?
Hope is something so subjective, It can be like a piece of granite, very, very strong, or it can be extremely fleeting, like a bumblebee that you can observe outside your window.
1 billion people come together, 20% of the global emissions can come down. And that's what we have been working upon. That's why these Young Earth Heroes communities have been built. एक एक्शन से नहीं होगा, collective action से होगा. There are about 12 schools now that are actively participating and working towards it, measuring their carbon footprints.
From South Delhi to Ghaziabad, from high-powered homes to humble classrooms, the message was the same. We care and we're not waiting. This is the beginning of change. This is how it starts. With a question in a classroom, a hand raised, a light switched off, and a heart switched on. We are students, teachers, parents, mentors. We are a community that cares. We are the young earth heroes.